I can share and tell you that some of the biggest testimonies of my life were moments that God didn't show up. Showing you that it is tough doesn't mean God is not there. Yes, He will teach you. And the way to know God is a journey. It will take you on a journey. Yes, all right? You will remember the way which Lord your God led you 40 years in the wilderness. It is still God. One of the first time that I will say that Light Nation entered into a breakthrough in an environment, I'll tell you what happened. Because listen to what I'm saying. Sometimes you have gotten something and you have shared testimony, and God is still saying, that's not my best. But yet God gave you. I believe that when Light Nation entered into breakthrough in the spirit was when our structure in Ibadan collapsed. I was inside, so he couldn't be in the devil. I was inside with Nakali. We were in the office. It was raining. So I said, let's go check this facility and let's see how it reacts to rain. And a wind came and moved everything. Shh, came down. The videos are still online. We were holding Thanksgiving service on the ruins of that place, the rubbles, and it was being live streamed. Good pictures are not only when things are good. Your life can be a template for someone on how to treat adversity, and yet you are in the will of God. Just like when Jesus wept, John 11:35. So because of their unbelief. I want to say something about. I went to God in prayer and fasting. I don't want to do ministry with common sense. How do we have a vibrant church? Show me. And then he gave me keys. And one of the keys is, let there be an atmosphere of praise. Showed me Jeremiah 19 verse 30. Out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. I will multiply them. They will not be few. I will glorify them. This is what I'm saying though. It is not, and I'm not using this to castigate anybody. It takes you seeing something in the spirit, not to grow churches with popular faces. You see, when we have worship service, I just said, Moses Ako. I have access to who is who. Let me tell you something. There's nobody who want to bring to this church in this country. Mark my words. Yes, sir. But is it by the Spirit? Or I am trying to engineer something? Because somebody can come and move the whole congregation, but you know there's a void. This is not God.
Yes, sir.
Are you feel what I'm saying? In fact, if I even wanted to bring the standard streams of life I've raised, it's difficult. So just bring anybody, and because you just notice it's not aligning, it's not syncing, it's not. I think we began having billboard for the first time this year. Yes, sir. So even here, where is the church? And here the church is filled. If you want to grow a church in the flesh, there are ways. Huh? There are ways. People will come. But is it God? And I'm not saying when you have massive program, God is, because all these bloggers now will go and cut this and put my face with another part. Hey, have you discovered that the level of devilish spirit that worldly bloggers don't have, Christian bloggers have? The greed that is not in Yaba Left and Instablog. You see one revival, something is more vicious. For how much? $400. You will always have the option. Ishmael is easy to bet. Ishmael, easy. One, you bet Ishmael. Isaac, process. Ishmael, easy. Seamless. The devil will not even fight you. Because you have just betted one of his younger ones. Yes. Let me tell you something. An average lady here still has a stupid guy that you can give years today. True. You know if you bad me no day. True. Even if the guy is a married man. True. Like if you just pick your phone and say, oh yeah. Ishmael, seamless, effortless. Beware of what you are doing that the devil is cheering. If he's not fighting it, then you might be doing it in his camp. Are you following what I'm saying? You know, sometimes some of the things I'm saying may look difficult or tough because I say it as it is. The life of the Spirit is the life of a report, not a result. So look at it. A baby Christian says, we fasted in January, and I even sowed and gave sacrificially after that. So God is expected to do this and do that. If God doesn't do those things, then it means God was never behind what I did. I can share and tell you that some of the biggest testimonies of my life were moments that God didn't show up. Were moments that God did not what? Show up. One time God gave us instruction to organize a meeting. A very powerful meeting. It tells us to honor somebody, a father in the body of Christ. Let me tell you something. The father was ministering on the altar. Honorarium no deal. You know honorarium? Yes, sir. Do you know honorarium? Yes, sir. That thing they give you in envelope. If you have collected it for long, you can almost know what it is. If this is 500, then this must be this. If this is 1,000, then this must be this. But you just say, God bless you. Well, your mind, they calculate. No honorarium. I have friends. I could say, God. God says, shh. In fact, I remember one of those mornings, my friend was excited, was sharing testimonies with me, and said, you won't believe. Said somebody walked into our church and sowed a seed of $5,000. I said, my God, God bless you so much. He said the person came back and said, it's not enough, and sowed $25,000. The next thing I wanted to humanly say, guy, this conference you are now, you drink Chapman, say yes. Oh boy, no money. Oh. God said, shut up. If you ask him, he will teach you to know, I am your provider. I'm saying, God, this guy, I know him, he's not have a bad mind. If I tell him now, just give me $3,000, he will give me. God said, shh. How we survived that night and honored the man till today, I don't know. That passed. We had another meeting, just 1 week break, another major meeting in another city. The guest ministers that called me, I want to come with my PA so that we can. All right. I said, oh boy, no, come with PA. Even your flight is stowed. We'll be trusting God for free while we are in that meeting. One of my friends was on my neck, said, my PA, I said, okay, let your PA take night bus. You come. And you and your PA will still be in the hotel room. So, no money. We did it. How we're able to transport everyone. I'm showing you that it is tough. Doesn't mean God is not there. Yes, He will teach you. And the way to know God is a journey. It will take you on a journey. Yes, all right? You will remember the way which Lord your God led you 40 years in the wilderness. It is still God. Yes, it was tough. But listen, if I showed you the video of you will never guess. Light Nation. Everything was complete. Dancing, rejoicing, packaging. All right? But inside, myself, my wife, and the leaders knew God. If you don't show up. See, sometimes you will get to where you are about to face shame. And then he will say, now I know you trust me. Because you will not believe that you only said yes to him because you are not at the end of your rope. There's a place it gets to, you switch and say, okay. Now it's done now. It was after that other meeting that God now said, because you have honored me in doing this, despite how tough it is, this is the last meeting you will ever struggle to do. This one is covenant basis. You will not know what struggling look like. That's report, not result. Result is one time. Based on report, it can give you everlasting results. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you following what I'm teaching you here? Yes, because this is in-house, so there are things you will not hear me say on. All right? Some of the storms we've experienced, God told me, He said, because you did not fret, you will not struggle to build again. He said, you will never struggle. God. Are you following what I'm saying here? Look at that scripture, Hebrews 11 verse 2. Because if care is not taken, we can have a set of believers that they are just jumping, but they can't survive one storm. Just one storm. So I say, this is now we bargain into, but they said that there's covenant of ease in this house now. And they said that there's covenant of mercy. They said that there's covenant of life. Why is ease running away from me now? And listen, it is still God. You are in His will. When we're coming to this city, we didn't have a car. I was just sharing with Nakali when we were coming. I remember when we did that structure in Ibadan. There is a tent. We have people been to Ibadan. All right? Oh boy. Sometimes what it took you 6 years to do, you start doing 50 of it in 1 month. Because you wait the process. First, it will take time. Then later, it becomes effortless. Are you following what I'm saying? Yes, sir. We called a guy. Somebody recommended the guy and said, this guy does inner lining. I looked at the guy and said, bro, beware of those who always tell you, I know who can do it cheaper. You see, that thing, is the beginning of pain and severed relationship. He said, the guy can do it cheaper. I said, what is the name of your organization? He first gave me one Hebrew name. Where I should have suspected that I might be in trouble was that while we were talking, boy now said, I'm even into small chops. So, I was like, small chops? So I said, Let me even surprise my wife now. I said, give me small chops. Bring some small chops and meat. He said, you have a package. He brought meal with my full head. I tasted, because my wife ate the thing and was like, Babe, you bought it? I said, yes. I said, thank you. I'm like, our joy is not full. So I tasted, that's my first time in my life. I knew that somebody can do meat, stick meat, no salt, nothing, bland. I still carried my full head and said, go and do this. When they said he had finished the inner lining and they came to show me, it was not on ground. Somebody else came to do. I wish I can tell them to project the pictures. You would think that an herbalist was doing IT. I said, why is it this difficult now? Because, I mean, as a minister, you say we go to other places now. They are doing things well. Is it God? What's going on? Rain will fall. Everything will come down. It's pain we used to hold. So I just finally decided, I said, my car is going. And that car was everything to us. You see. So, where's Pastor Tumiji? This guy suffered. You know, there's a car you buy that everybody around you will lose weight. Yeah. If you know the actual price of the car, you now get it lesser. Okay. You still spend the money. But in mechanic shops, when you drive that car, you hear pow. Just once you hear pow, 50K. We knew that's balloon, 50K, and it doesn't sound power once, so at least 2. We bought this Mercedes. If I bring the car to a meeting, you say, my God, what a big man of God. But it is those who came in the car. Even the day we bought the car, I was so excited. I said, we are taking this car, have a meeting in Redemption Camp tonight. So this is the car we are taking. On the road, I said, God, whatever it is we have done, only you can help us now. You will take the car to a mechanic. The mechanic will now say, let's take it to the man who taught me this job. Is that bad? Are you following what I'm saying? And the man that taught him the job will also say, I have a mentor. Finally, because I've just said, finally we're able to sell the car and then just sold the money to the church. But there's a kind of car you sell that even you know that this is not sacrifice. This is deliverance. The dealer bought Mercedes SUV. For how much? 1.5 million. 2.5 million. Mercedes SUV. You now think you will have peace. You are now calling us and say, the car, if you sold to us. 2.5, was it peace of mind you bought? Even you are a thief. When the man called, I said, block him. What did you think you were buying? You bought that big car for 2. You know that it's problem. My friend, don't be surprised. Now, I'm just showing you journey. So that by the time you are driving something that will pack you, not the one you pack, or the one that will pack you, and say, you will not sit down and say, why is my life like? You are in the will of God. You are just in the face. You are in the will of God. But somebody can say, just like Apostles Kaoga. I don't see you. And I notice that pattern. Anytime I do something without asking God, we suffer. Either as a person or as a family. So once it's going right, left, I say, God, are you here? If he's there, we'll speak. If he's quiet, he's not there.
Yes, sir.
Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes,